Welcome back, students. As in the last topic, I discussed about the necessary conditions. What are these? Yes, Mahi? Asta? Yes, exactly. The carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and chlorophyll. And then I ended with a test, that was iodine test for the presence of the starch in the food. Starch, that is another name, carbohydrate. Okay, and carbohydrate, do you know, that is an instant source of energy. Here, moving ahead, see, few of the things I have underlined over here. The iodine test, as we discussed, you have done in the grade 6, this will give a blue-black color if the starch is present in that food. Okay, so the leaves other than those who are not green in color, is it visible to you? Yes, exactly. You can see over here that these leaves are not green in color. They are other than green. Say for example, maybe any red, purple, pink or maybe of any color. Do you think right now any question in your mind that the chlorophyll is present over here or not? Because in the previous video, as we are discussing that if the chlorophyll is present over there, the green pigment will be seems to you from the leaves. But what about those leaves? Those are colored. The chlorophyll is present over there? Yes, the chlorophyll is still present, but it is masked by these colors. That's why the pink, purple, blue, these other types of colors are prominent. They are masking over the green color pigment. That's why these leaves are not visible to us as green. They are visible to us as the masking color. They are masking by their own colors, but still the chlorophyll is present over there and still they perform the photosynthesis. And photosynthesis, reminded, it is only the process that will occur in the presence of sunlight, not in the dark. Okay, because as the term again says that photo and synthesis, that is synthesis in the presence of light. Here, do you think that there is any another you can say plant that can photosynthesize it? We have read about the cactus. Do you think any other plant? Have you moved or have you visited any pond or any area that is having the still water, that is somewhat stagnant water, you can say, still water that having some foul smell? Can you name that? What is it? Yes, exactly, that is known as algae. Algae that is not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Algae that is not differentiated into root, stems and leaf. You all can see, even in Hindi, the name is Saiwal, or the local language that is Kai. You all have seen that is green in color. It's not having the root, you can't see the root over there, not the stem, not the leaf part. Still you have the question that how it can synthesize, because you are saying that leaves only synthesize, or you can see in the desert area the stem has the property to synthesize. But in case of algae, what is there? Still there is a chlorophyll present in that, and due to this presence of chlorophyll, the color of the algae is green and it do perform the photosynthesis process. It make the food for the plant. So this was all about. I can ask you the question that name any other plant other than the leaves that has the property to photosynthesize, but it is not differentiated. You can't see the leaves over there. So that will be the question, that answer will be the algae. Fine. So this was about the next is synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrate. Have a think about it, because this I discussed before that other than carbohydrate there are many. Not only the plant is synthesizing carbohydrate, it synthesizes the fats, it synthesizes the proteins, it synthesizes the vitamins. Vitamins that you are taking in from? Yes, exactly. From where you get that? You have read in the grade 6. Can anyone tell me? Yes, from the fruits you get that. And what is the function of the vitamins? Can anyone? Yes, Mahi? Yes, Jatin? Yes, the function of the vitamins is to protect us from diseases. Yes. And can you name the component of food that is giving us an instant source of energy? What it is? Yes, carbohydrate. As you eat up the carbohydrate, instant source, lots of energy you will get. But in case of the fats that are in the stored form, whenever you are in the fasting, these fats, when you are taking in fat, Do you know the example from where you get that fat? Yes. Any other examples? Yes. The ghee, butter, and even the groundnut oil that you are eating, you are taking in through the food. That provides you the fats, and these two, from where it is synthesized, these are synthesized in the plants itself. Not only the carbohydrate. Now you have seen that the carbohydrate, can you name the example? Yes, you all are fond of eating. Yes, potatoes that are full of starchy food, but you must avoid the lots of starch food, otherwise you will become obese. Yes, the fats that is in the stored form, whenever you are in fasting, at that time that stored fat, that store in the form of energy, and during the fasting condition it break down it and it gives you the energy to survive. Fine. So, the vitamins I talk about. Lastly, I talk about the proteins. Have you think about the protein? Any example? Yes, you all are eating the pulses. Yes, the pulses, for example, tur dal, moong dal, these all consist of the proteins. And what the protein do? It helps in the growth. You will not be able to grow well if you are lacking in the diet, if you are not taking the protein. Fine. So, now I think it is understood to you, other than the carbohydrate, other components are also synthesized by the plants. So, here these are, we have gone through that photosynthesis occurs in leaves and stem, then we have gone through the starch, the carbohydrate other name, and the test was with the iodine solution. It gives you blue-black color, and the alga, that is not differentiated into roots, stem and leaves, and here the carbohydrate. Can you tell me the components? What are these in the carbohydrate? These are carbon, C for carbon, H for hydrogen, and O for oxygen. The same components will be here, but in case of nitrogen, this will be carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and the nitrogen. The nitrogen that helps in binding the small units we having the protein, having the small subunits, that are amino acids, that are very helpful for our body for the growth. Now, coming to the point that protein, they are having this nitrogen as a component. From where this nitrogen is coming to the plant? As we are reading that carbon, hydrogen are getting from the carbon dioxide, and hydrogen that is taken from the water molecule, and oxygen, that is the breakdown from the carbon, and it consists of C carbon and O is oxygen there. Okay, so these are fulfilled from there, but from where the nitrogen is coming? The answer for this question is, here is the bacteria. The bacteria that dwells in the root nodules of the leguminous plant. Can you tell me the leguminous plant? No? Let me tell you. Have you seen around the field in your area, most probably in the Gujarat, you have seen by the roadside, the groundnut are being grown in the field, and those groundnut, if you see properly, somehow when you are going anywhere nearby the field, just try once, you will see it consists of the root nodules. In the roots, this round structure, root nodules are present, and in these root nodules, the bacteria, which bacteria is that? That is rhizobium. Rhizobium bacteria is present, and what it will do? Because in the atmosphere, nitrogen gas is present in abundant form. Which gas is present? Abundant form. I'll ask you the question, which gas is present in abundant form? That is, the nitrogen is also present in abundant, but that is not used up as such by the plants. Then how the plants are taking that nitrogen? That is with the help of these bacteria, that is in the form of the root nodules. They here, what they do in the soil, here these in the root nodules, this bacteria will make that abundant form of nitrogen into usable form, and it will then be transported to the other parts of the leaf. So, here till now I think it is clear that how the nitrogen is given to the plants, and other than carbohydrate, many other are also components which can be found by the plant itself. Here one question for you. Do you think that without photosynthesis life is possible, or what are the importance of the photosynthesis? Can anyone tell me? I think now it's clear to you that photosynthesis is very important in our life. Let me tell you how it is helpful by two ways. One, it gives us the food, and secondly, it provides us the oxygen in the environment. If oxygen is not present in the environment and the food is not prepared by the plants, photosynthesis does not exist, life is not going to exist. So, this is all about this page, and please do read it and note down the important questions, and we'll meet you in the next video.